Decision making. As an adult, napakadaming desisyon ang kailangan natin gawin sa araw-araw nating pamumuhay. Sa oras ng pagising, minsan pati oras ng pagtulog. Ang episode na ito ay tungkol sa pagpapasya.
Hello, ako si Ellie.
And ako si Trisha. At ito ang
Nakakaano.
We are two friends having mga nakakaanong usapan as we journey through life.
So welcome sa aming podcast ulit today with Eli and Trisha. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, kung nasaan man kayo today para makarelate kayo. Yan. So for today's topic, we would be discussing about decision. So pagpapasya. So ang first question ko to Ellie is, what is the biggest decision that you recently made?
Alam ko yung sagot ko, pero bakit nakanganga ako? Kasi
Okay lang yan, okay lang yan.
A lot of big decisions this year. I mean, you know that. Okay, at hindi counted doon yung pagbabago-bago ko ng kulay ng buhok. So yes, hello.
Yes. Actually, parang feeling ko part yan doon. Kada palit mo ng color.
Minor lang na pagpapasya to, friend.
Minor ba yan?
Yes. So, ayun, gusto ko lang pala i-welcome sa nakakaanong podcast ang aking indigo hair. Hello po.
Ayan, nakakaano. Ano po ang nafe-feel ninyo sa indigo hair ni Ellie today? So last week parang peach yan, no? Yung huli nating recording.
Episode 3, peach siya. Kasi galing po talaga siya ng red. Anyway, so, just to recount the big decisions that I made this year, but of course the question is going recent. Well, earlier this year is when I have moved from the Philippines going here sa may US. So, hindi na yun yung pinaka-recent.
Madami na.
Mag-1 year na, would you believe that?
Yes! Woo! Congrats! Ang bilis ng panahon. Parang last year, nagbabike lang tayo. Ngayon, bigla ka na nagbike sa US, papunta ka na.
Naalala mo ba yun? Nagbike tayo. Tapos inabot ko yung Christmas gift ko sa'yo. Pati kay Robbie.
Robbie.
Shoutout nga pala sa kaibigan namin
Shoutout,
na episode 1 pa lang.
Robbie.
Sabi,
Hello.
shoutout daw. Robbie Luca Banting.
Shoutout Robbie Luca Banting. Kung nasaan ka man, nasa Davao yata siya today.
Robbie Luchua Kabanting. Ayan. Shoutout ka na lang. But yeah, I don't know if you still recall kasi sa akin very vivid pa yun nung
tanda ko yun.
Yeah,
yung paano namin inumin
Commons. Tapos, nakapulang tayo sa may damuhan. Tapos ako, uy, ano pala? Punta na ako na US next year.
Diba? Parang,
akala mo pupunta lang ako ng Cebu.
Kapo lang, ganun.
Well, technically, yun talaga yung biggest decision because that decision actually affected yung mga decisions that I am recently making, and the most recent one for me would definitely be exploring my new walk and phase in life, wherein I'm still in the midst of crafting it, so not to divulge much information kasi baka maudlot. But then, yeah, I think talaga na it's turning a new leaf sa aking path. More of career path. So, that's it for now. Napakalino ng pagkalabo, pero thank you for your patience.
Thank you guys. So ayun na po yung podcast namin.
Syempre, hindi ka makakaligtas. Ikaw naman, Trisha. Ano ang biggest decision that you recently made? Miss Christmas virtual party host. Palakpakan naman natin ang kaibigan natin dyan.
Wow! Feeling ko hindi pa naman yun. Siguro ang pinakamalaking decision ko na ginawa maliban sa, kasi di ba parang nakwento ko naman before na nag-move in ako sa bagong house. I think pinaka-recent na big decision na ginawa ko is yung mga in-add to cart ko sa 11-11 at sa 12.
Oh my gosh. Why am I not
Hindi,
surprised?
lang. Hindi, actually, yun talaga pag-move in ko sa bagong bahay kasi sobrang daming factors na kailangan ko kinonsider bago ako nag-move dito. Kasi parang when you move from one place to another, talagang hindi yun basta-bastang decision eh. Parang ang dami mong kinakalculate muna yung finances mo, yung distance ng bago mo titirhan,
Napakarami po kasi
magiging
talaga ng
comfortable ka
finances.
ba?
Kailangan po talaga ni Trisha na maging
Yes.
very thorough.
Yes, totoo po yan. Kailangan. Pero nung time na yun, parang hindi ko masyado kinonsider kasi gigil na gigil lang po talaga ako. Ano lang, parang gusto ko lang umalis dito. Ganon, hindi, char. Hindi, ayun nga, parang for me yun talaga kasi grabe, sobrang stressful nung time na yun kasi when I decided to move out of my previous place, kailangan ko inisipin kung kailan, kung paano yung internet ko, kung paano yung mga gamit ko na Sandamakmak, shoutout kay Lazada at Shopee. Dahil sa inyo,
Free ads
punong-puno
yan.
yung bahay ko po bigla. Ayan, ay, Fritz, baka naman. So ayun, dahil sa kanila, kaya sumobrang dami ng gamit ko. Hanggang ngayon actually, so isa pang big decision na ginawa ko is yung pag-purchase ko ng inflatable sofa bed ko. Kasi sobrang laki niya sa sa sala. So I think um yun yung biggest decision na I recently made. So question naman is paano natin kinonsider, ano yung mga bagay na kinoconsider natin when making these decisions? What do you think?
Lagi mo dapat isipin yung risk. So, wow, risk. Big
Wow,
one.
risk. Ano po tayo dito ngayon? Medyo scientific. Char.
Medyo bright po kami ngayon.
Pa-bright
Fluorescent.
lang. Pa-bright
Hindi,
lang.
LED pala. LED. Para bright. I'm so sorry
Hello
kanina.
po.
Jokes.
Guys, ano ba yan?
Alright, but to just go back to the word
Yeah.
na risk. Ano ba again
Risk.
yung word na risk? So, to put it simply, risk is the possibility of loss or injury. So, para sa akin naman, lahat ng bagay may risk. Yun na importanteng isipin mo na parang tulad na lang ng question na what if lahat ng bagay maaring mag-lead to something that will make you lose something or gain something. Pero ang tanong is, for that I would always consider, is this a risk that I can afford? And on top of that, is this something that I will regret in the long run? Na parang, ay, sayang, sana ginrap ko. Even if I would have failed, at least I would have learned. Yung mga ganong bagay. Pero, just to be real about it, kasi syempre, kumbaga parang, hindi naman kasi lahat ng tao have the same amount of privilege to take risks.
Yes,
And I have to admit
that's
na
true. That's
I took the risk that I can afford because I get good support and at an early age in life. So, syempre yung suporta ng pamilya, sending you to a good university, as well as syempre yung support of the people that I have learned sa early days of my career until sa before I left the Philippines. So, that gave me the confidence to take that much of a big risk. And masasabi ko din na, yun, take the risk that you can afford. So you really need to be able to know yourself, especially in making big decisions na once you take yung risk na yun, then is, yun nga, you feel fully accountable at hindi mo rin i-blame yung sarili mo. But that's for me. It's all about understanding, assessing yung risk, and making a
risk
decision.
assessment.
How about for you,
Yeah.
Trisha?
Siguro yung nga risk. And then of course, yung other factors na I consider when making this decision is of course yung impact. So impact, ito yung mga taong maapektuhan, of course, nung parang even the biggest, smallest decision na I would make. So dito naman sa dun sa pag-move in ko, I think nung na I decided naman to move out and move into another place, parang very minimal lang din naman yung impact nun to my family. And also, of course, alam mo ko saan ang biggest parang impact nun is of course yung finances ko. But it's okay kasi I think yung impact naman na yun dun sa aking savings or sa aking money is mas maganda naman ang impact nun sa pagiging parang comfortable ko. Kasi when you're making a decision, hindi lang naman isang factor ang kino-consider mo. Parang would it also be parang good for you? So I think when I decided to move into another place, I think it was a good decision naman, even if the impact of it is for my finance sa akin, sa finances ko. I think para lahat naman tayo, we work to live a comfortable life. And when I moved out, I think I had the bigger space, and I think until now, I think I made the right decision. And when I took the risk na I have to shell out bigger money, the impact was good naman, which in turn, like, nagkaroon ako ng bigger space, parang also.
Para sa inflatable sofa po niya.
Oo, may inflatable sofa na hindi ko dati magilalagay dun sa dun sa dati kong house.
I know,
So parang,
gulat nga ako dati, parang saan mo nilalagay mountain bike mo, friend?
'di ba? O yeah, kaya nga, kaya sobrang happy ako na kinonsider ko, parang naging matimbang sa akin na imbes na magtiis ako na parang mas maliit na space just because I want that money. Na lang ako kasi yun naman na reason why we work, 'di ba? We wanna live comfortably, and that's what I decided nung time na yun. Okay, so ang ating next question from the audience, charot.
From the audience, si Ayon.
From the audience, hello, we're live today, charot. So do you need to involve people in decision making, and why?
The first question, do you need to? Yes.
Involve
Why?
people, yes.
Okay. All right. Since ito kasing topic ng pagpapasya is still within this our first season, which is all about adulting. Ito, I'm telling our friends, our listeners, and if you find this sensible, at i-share nyo na din lalo na dun sa mga nakabata na as early as now, remember this. You could be wrong. All right? And that's not such a bad thing. Okay? Kasi that's part of what makes us human. Okay, and I strongly believe that if we get to surround ourselves with people na one, truly cares about us, as well as people who also strive to always improve themselves and learn, admit their mistakes, then ito yung mga tao na magandang i-involve, especially when you're making big decisions. The reason why I'm already putting that strong line out there is that yes, kailangan mong mag-involve ng tao para din there's somebody who could help you rethink a decision. If you do not know him yet, perhaps you have seen his bald head, but I tell you, look for Adam Grant. He is an organizational psychologist. Okay, parang labo nun. Organizational psychologist. He's a Wharton professor, a New York Times bestseller, and his latest book is Think Again. Sobrang nakakatuwa that it's being put out there talaga, lalo sa panahon ngayon na we thought dati hindi to pwede. Like example, remote work, di ba? Virtual learning.
Innovation na talaga, oo.
And the pandemic has pushed us to rethink na hindi. Pwede, kaya. And especially dun sa mga panahon na tayo, nagda-doubt tayo sa sarili natin, or baka naman sobrang ina-underestimate natin yung odds in front of us na hindi kaya ko yan. And the thing there is, there's somebody who loves us enough to tell us na hindi mo pa masyado napaghandaan. If you're going to fail, it's going to hurt. And that's why you need people like that in your life and making decisions. But of course, itong mga tao na to, again, you'd know that they are in a good place and you are in good company if they would help you think but not shove it down your throat. Ako, guilty ako. I have high tendency to do that, which I am rethinking, relearning na
Yes.
I would
At least
share my 2
acknowledge
cents
nila.
on it, but at the end of the day, let this person know that that person is fully empowered to make a choice and a decision. How about for you, Trisha? Ikaw ba? Do you also need to involve people in decision making? Lalo na na-mention mo kanina, di ba, in impact, niisip mo yung mga tao.
Oo,
So,
of
isa bang mga
course.
taong din daw ay ni-involve mo sa pagde-decision
Mm-mm.
mo?
Meron kasing mga taong FYI lang. Like sa work, di ba? There are
I
some
love.
people,
True yan.
yeah, di ba? Pag sa work, there are some people na you just have to inform. And then there are some people na you also need to ask permission or approval. I think sa akin, like right now, when I make big decisions, parang kasi gusto ko maging accountable din ako sa mga decisions ko. Hindi, kasi sometimes there are some people na would ask for permission. Sometimes they do it para at least merong shared parang accountability. I don't know if something like that, 'di ba? Parang sa para at least masabi niyan, oh, kasi naman in-advise mo din sa akin na ganyan. 'Di ba? Unlike now, like for me kasi when I do yung decisions na ang magiging big impact lang naman is yung sa akin. Of course, inform ko na lang yung family ko, but of course, if magkakaroon ng malaking impact sa kanila, I would always ask for approval from them. Kasi let's say, knock on wood, yung pag-move ko sa bahay, but what if something happens sa future na I have to parang shell out money sa kanila or magbigay ako ng bigger money. Syempre, I need to reconsider yung decision ko na mag-move in sa bigger house kasi I need more money to help them. Siguro ayun yung mga times na kapag nangailangan yung family ko ng extra money, syempre hindi tayo magiging selfish on that. So I think yun yung these are the people that you also need to involve. Family, and then friends. I think friends, ito yung mga friends na you think would have good inputs dun sa big question or big decision na you wanna take. Let's say sa love life, hindi lang sa love life, sa money making mo, sa pag-add to cart natin dyan. Sa tingin mo ba, bilhin ko to, kailangan ko to, kasi minsan yung mga friends tayong enabler. I think araw-araw talaga, sandamakmak talaga yung desisyon na ginagawa natin sa buhay natin. Hindi natin hindi lang natin mapapansin, di ba? Even yung oras ng pagkain, kaya sobrang importante na we know how to make good decisions in life, di ba?
Ang ganda lang na pinag-uusapan natin itong decision making, itong pagpapasya after our episode about stress. Kasi syempre we know na nakaka-stress naman talaga gumawa ng mga desisyon. Lalo the big ones that will have, decisions that have high risks and you know na magkakaroon ng major impact whether it goes really well or goes really bad. And to know talaga na katulad ng stress, ang paggagawa ng desisyon ay inevitable. At importante talaga that while you are young, you really train yourself and you really grow out good decision-making habits kasi medyo magiging mahirap siya to
Pabara-bara
sa buhay. Lalo na ito nga that would involve yung mga bagay that helps keep you alive like your finances that will really direct yung mga access to basic needs. Wow, basic needs.
Totoo, 'di ba? Even yung, let's say, may mga friends ka na magkukwento sa'yo na they wanna get pregnant, ganyan. I would always parang tell them, sure ka sa decision mong yan. Di ba parang, kasi minsan may mga friends tayo or may mga people around us na pabara-bara. Kasi some people, they make decisions based on what or how they feel during that time. Which is, I think when you make decisions based on feelings, parang ito yung mga medyo sablay. Ewan ko parang, I don't know if that's just my opinion kasi halimbawa, pagigil na gigil ka sa pamilya mo, you decided to
maglayas,
to talk back. Oo, maglayas, talk back. Di ba parang, there and there, alam mong mali na yung decision mo na parang sagutin yung parents mo and magsalita ng mga masasamang words. dami magsamang words. 'Di ba? Kaya nga, I don't know. One of the factors din na you also need to consider is parang don't make decisions
When
when
your
you're mad.
emotions are high.
Oh, 'di ba? Parang when your emotions are high. I think I read that somewhere.
That is true. Now, okay, just to separate lang din, no, yung emotions, like siguro yung emotions out of um anger, out of
Mhm.
pain, out of
Gigil ka.
fear, or
Oo.
even sabihin natin you're so overjoyed, yung tipo talaga na
Mm. Sobrang
yung
saya
bliss
mo.
mo is
Delikado
beyond
din
words.
yun.
Wow, bliss beyond words. Okay. Anyway, so
Makakapag-overpromise ka nun.
but those things I would separate it with another kind of feeling, which is gut feeling. So, um,
May
okay, I
ganun
don't
din
know
pala.
if you have heard that actually yung gut feeling natin is helpful in making decisions. So, it is something that tayo din bilang mga tao, yan ay parte ng ating evolution. Kasi syempre, hindi naman super accessible yung yung impormasyon ng mga unang panahon, right? And so, kumbaga
Yes.
parang the gut feels have allowed us to continue the human race until we have become smarter, more educated, and tulad ngayon, information is everywhere. It's just a matter of tayo ba? Do we have good decisions make and do we make good
Yeah.
decisions in choosing
Yeah.
our sources
It's a
of
skill
information
di
yung mga
ba?
bagay na pinapaniwalaan natin? That's another
Oo.
thing. But
It's
going
a
back to what you said,
skill.
no? Intense, no?
Sige. Laban yan, di ba?
Oo,
Pero totoo.
kung nakikinig po kayo sa Spotify ta's gusto niyo makita ko ang intensity po ng mukha ni Trisha, go to our YouTube account just to seal yung topic namin and conversation ni Trisha just on that regarding sa feelings and emotions. So, yes, gut feel more often ay helpful, but then remember na ang ating kakayahang magdesisyon ay mas nagagawa ng hindi panay feelings lamang.
Yes. Totoo, guys. Kaya mahirap kapag ano. Pero, like, I think for me, may mga decision na minsan okay din gamitin ang puso mo kasi minsan mas magiging happy ka. So, it really depends, di ba? Kung hindi ka, kung magiging logical ka, kukunin mo tong isang decision na to, pero yung heart mo, parang hindi ka ma-fulfill. Wala din. Parang, let's say, when you choose between your passion and your career. 'Di ba? Sometimes some people they don't have parang hindi nila passion yung career nila. 'Di ba? May mga ganun eh. Pero some people they really chose to pursue their passion and some people are lucky to make a living out of it. 'Di ba? Parang logically speaking talaga if you would choose yung corporate world, mabubuhay ka talaga. Yun yung tama sa hapagkainan ninyong pamilya. Pero yun nga lang, kung may choice ka naman to pursue yung passion, mas magiging happy ka. Pero yun nga, you make decisions based on risk din and impact. So kung hindi mo afford na i-pursue yung passion mo kasi may mga people na nakaasa sa sa'yo, 'di ba? Parang yun yung sad when it comes to opportunities ng other people to make these kinds of decisions. Alam naman nating paparating na ang 2022 national elections and napakalaki ng risk and ng impact ng decision na gagawin natin. Dahil ito ay makakaepekto sa ating kinabukasan, hindi lang sa ating kinabukasan at sa susunod na henerasyon.
That is so true, Tresha. Ang pagboto, tulad na lang ng ibang major decisions natin in life, ay kailangan talagang isiping mabuti. Why? Because in understanding risk, tulad nga na pinag-uusapan natin kanina, it can lead to losses or injuries. And think, ito ba ay losses that we can afford? And kung tayo ay nahihirapang magdesisyon, wag nating sarilinin ito. Involve people who know better about the topic, and for you to know other things outside of your perspective, then get other people to somehow refresh your thoughts or help you see things in a better perspective and for you to rethink your decisions again.
True yan. And of course, low risk and high positive impact ang decision to subscribe on our Spotify and YouTube account. And also, don't forget to mention nakakaano on your social media platforms.
Parang gusto kong baguhin yung sagot ko sa question number 1. Ang biggest decision na ginawa ko po ay manood ng concert.
Parang high impact ba yun?
Oo naman, high risk yun, friend. Kasi syempre, indoor yun.
Exposure.
Lalo na parang hindi naman masaya ako na mayroon Omicron na maaligid at baka magsarado na naman lahat. Buti na lang nanood ako ng Joji, ganun. Pero hindi ko nire-regret.
And we don't regret that decision, guys.